with another episode on Bjornholm. Now, the first thing you may notice this evening is if you look in the top right hand corner, we have got $839,000 in the bank. Now, if we just run across to our pickup, and I will show you where the money has been coming from. I'm sure you've probably got quite a good guess. It is something we have been waiting for some time. So let's just quickly run down this lane here. While we're running down, you're probably pleased to know I am feeling much better than I was the other day. I am now back on form, as you can probably hear from my voice, which is good news. Let's get past this. Ooh. A bit of expert driving there through the traffic. So here we are down at the biogas plant. So let's just park our pickup truck here for the moment. And as you can see, we finally got our high demand on the silage. So as you can see, we are at $5,076 for the next 5 hours. Now I think we have got in here 5% left. I have put about 6 or 7 loads into the silage biogas sell points. I think we've been roughly getting around $61,000 per load. So what I do want to get done is get the rest of this silage sold, and then we are going to look at purchasing some equipment to start our corn. We're probably going to look at a more higher powered tractor. I'm thinking something like the Deutz, something like that. And then we will look at purchasing some more land as well. As you can see, I'm selling the silage with this mix feeder. It is a much quicker way than loading it in with the telehandler or the New Holland front loader. What I am going to do just quickly is just speed up the time slightly so that the digesters can keep up with what we are pouring into the digesters, so to speak. I didn't actually tip the entire load of that out, I do realise now. It shouldn't take us too long just to finish emptying this pit off. As you can see, we are up to $934,000 already, which is good news. We should really start making some progress now on our farm, which is great to see. We have been waiting quite some time, as you are well aware, guys, waiting for this high demand to come in. I wasn't actually expecting it. We'd had quite a heavy snowstorm, and just as the weather was starting to recede, we got the high demand came in. So the first thing we did was nip down to the cattle, jumped in this thing, and we hot-footed it, so to speak, down to the plant. I'm hoping we can get about 1.1 million, something like that. That'd be nice. So we've probably got another 2 loads to get out of this bay. And obviously we will have to look at doing some more silage at some stage. But at least now we can get the better kit and we can grow our farm. So if you didn't know this tip already, it is a fantastic way of getting rid of your silage, making some mega money. So we will get our last 2 loads out, and then we will hot foot it down to the shop, and we shall start purchasing some equipment so that we can start our corn harvest. Or not corn harvest, but corn seeding, should I say. So we're going to need another seeder. We're going to need another tractor. We're also going to have to look at a cultivator. Some more land also. What I may do, I may see what kind of price the corn goes for. See where like the highest demand is on corn. And then if we look at purchasing our fields there or thereabouts, where it is. If you're with me, sure you are. So like I say, we'll just have one more load after this. I think we can leave this feeder wagon down here for the moment. I can move it back up to the cattle sheds offline. So what have we got? We've got $1.1 million. I think this will be the final load. And then we can, like I say, go and look at getting some nice shiny new kit. So there we go. Not quite a full load, but still pretty darn good. This pit seems so long when you're reversing out of it. So let's see where we end up. Something in the region of 1.4, something like that. Yeah, gone over. So we ended up 1.171 million. So we'll just move this across here for the moment. We'll jump out. And we'll run across back to our pickup. And we will head to the shop. I think what we'll do, we'll just knock the time back down. I'm sure the salesman at the shop is absolutely rubbing his hands with the commission he's just about to make from us. Like, can I get past these? Never overtake on On a blind bend, it's not a good idea. It is very light on the steering, is this Jeep, I've got to say. As you can see, just up on the horizon there, we have replanted some of our fields. I think that's a canola we've planted in 23 there. This guy's got a BMW and he's driving it at 10 mile an hour. Why would you? I don't know. So let's just park this here for the moment and let's have a look. So first of all, sowing machines. So that one does sugar beet and corn. 61,000 Verdestad Tempo F8. Yep, get that. We also need a cultivator, so I'm thinking that Tedder Disc 600. Oh, that might be better with that. It's got a slightly, that's a working width of 6 meters, that's a working width of 8 meters. Let's stick with the Verdestad theme. So that's the cultivator and the seeder. We're also going to need a corn header. Axial flow 7130. So let's purchase that as well. I'm going to need a header trailer for it. Which header trailer should I go for? I'm not too sure. Obviously we don't want the Homer. That looks a bit small. Yeah, let's get that. What shall we go for? We'll go for red, which will match. Or shall we go for black? Decisions. We'll go for red, it'll match the header. So we'll get that as well. And then the tractors. I was thinking of getting the Deutz-Fahr. It's got 263 HP. It is quite a decent tractor. So let's get that as well. And there we go. What I will do, I will bring the combine down here offline and get it on that header trailer, because that combine, to get that combine down here is not going to be the quickest job in the world. Let's jump in the Deutz. What's it like inside? Yeah, very nice. Some decent grunt to it. Has it got a beacon? Yeah, it's got a beacon. So first things first is going to be run this back up to main farm. Get some seed put in. Like that, yeah. Like I say, I will sort this stuff out down here, probably offline. I'm sure you don't want to see me tregging bits of implements backwards and forwards. So we'll go fill this up, and then what we'll do is we will have a quick look and see what kind of prices the corn goes for. I'm sure this Deutz-Fahr is going to have no issues whatsoever pulling this up this hill. We've bought all that kit and we've still got $772,000 in the account as well. So happy days. While we're running this up here, I do want to say once again thank you very much for all your subscribes, your comments, your likes. It does mean a lot. I'm very appreciative indeed of it. Obviously, if you haven't subscribed already and you would like to, then please do. That'd be absolutely fantastic. So there we go. It's not got a massive tank on it, but so what kind of prices do corn go for? Shipping office, transport company, 1059. So transport company is what we're looking at. We're looking at possibly field 10, 9, 8, something like that. So I think probably the best bet is if we head down towards the transport company to start with and see what kind of prices the fields are down there. Although to be honest, it doesn't really matter. We have got plenty of money in. You can see we've got another field there planted, ready to seed. No, ready to harvest, sorry. Oh wow, I'm getting way too excited. Who would have thought somebody could get so excited about having that amount of money in the account? If only it was real. Then we would be laughing. It'd certainly pay my mortgage off anyway. Something. The reason I'm looking at where like the high prices is, obviously, I mean it's it's not rocket science, I don't suppose. Is if we can, if there's a high, well, not a high demand, but if the price does go up, then we can pretty much harvest it and dump it straight at the transport company. Where the hell am I going here? I've just driven down somebody's drive. He's probably thinking, what the hell are you doing, you nutter? Sorry. So this doesn't look a bad little field to start with. Or would we be better looking at something a bit bigger? Let's just go have a quick look at this field 9. Oh, what's this one? Field 17. Wow, this looks a bit of a odd shaped field. Let's go see what kind of money they are wanting. 54,350. Yep, let's get it. Looks like it could be quite a fun field to seed. So let's get this unfolded to start with. Here come my fantastic reversing skills once again. So we got the right seed in it. We've got corn in it. Obviously, we don't want to put sugar beet in yet. And let's start seeding this field. This is definitely an higgledy-piggledy field, so to speak. So if we go around the headlands first of all, hopefully we'll have enough seed in this sower. To do this field. It does slightly narrow up going down here. I will just stay out of cab view just for the moment. Might just be a little easier just for the moment. But yeah, it's pretty good to have a new piece of machinery on the farm. Shows that we are progressing. What am I doing here? Let's not even attempt the reverse with my track record. What we're like, yeah, ish. Maybe as well just going straight round, something like that. No, not like that really, but you get the you get the general idea. We will have to bring also the fertiliser spreader down here. I think what I'll do, I'll go straight across, and then we can do this part section. We can like split the field up, so to speak. I guess a bit like they would actually do in real life. We are actually going to overseed slightly here, but we can live with that. With it being an odd shaped field, we are going to have to seed it ourselves. I can't see the worker having a clue what he'd be doing on this field. He'll probably come back and he'd probably ploughed it hexagonally, or God knows what he'd be doing. Probably wrapping himself around trees. Yeah, it'd just be one big mess. One thing we do need to do actually is we could do with repaying our loan that we have. We did have a £200,000 loan when we started. So we may have to repay that at some stage. It would knock us down to like $500,000. I'm sure we could live with that. The seed consumption on this thing is pretty darn good as well, I must admit. It's not using a massive amount of seed, so we can afford to overseed slightly. But it will be nice to have new crops growing on the farm. Corn was something I did want to get into. So obviously it has a multitude of uses. We can harvest it, and we can also chaff it up for silage. I think you get pretty decent yield as well from the corn. As you can see, we're doing pretty well here. We're cracking on. I may just finish these few passes up and down here, because I'm sure you don't want to see me seeding a cornfield all episode. So it's not a massive wide seeder. We have pretty much done quite well on that section. Probably one pass back up, something like that. And then we'll see where we are at once we go back up here. I don't think we're going to get it all in one. No, not far off. Gonna have to come back down to the bottom of the field there just to get that little piece, I think. Seeder's not just quite wide enough. So let's head back down here. I'm just wondering if the hired worker might be okay with that square bit or not. Let's just lift that up. We don't need to seed there. Let's just get this little bit here. Is he going to be okay? Do I trust him? I don't know. It is a bit awkward at that far end there. We'll just run up to the top and have a look. I think I am probably going to have to do it myself, I think. Yeah, he's not gonna. I don't think he'll have much of an idea there, to be quite honest. It is, like I say, it is a very weird shaped field. Weird shaped field, but hopefully we'll get a decent drop off it. And at least where this is growing, we've got, it's near where the transport company is that seems to pay the highest price. So just leave that there for now, because like I say, I'm sure you don't want to see me sowing that all episode. So just nip back up to main farm, and we'll jump in the Hurleyman, I think it is, that's got the fertiliser spreader on it, and we'll just run that down to that field there, and then once I've got that sown up, I can get some fertiliser put on it, and that can be growing for us. I'm sure I left it over. Oh no, there it is. I can see it just out my left hand side mirror. As you can see, all this is growing now. This is all ready to harvest. I am thinking about extending the fields at some stage, especially smaller one here to the left, field 29, because it's not the highest yield. We could possibly join it with 30, something like that. That is possibly what I'm thinking. So let's run this down to, like I say, get it run down to 17, and then that will be in position for us once I have got the rest of that field sewn up. I will, like I say, I will go down and collect the new header that we've bought and the new header trailer. Probably offline, I would think, because like I said, that combine that we have got isn't the fastest in the world, and it is probably going to take a while to get it down there. Although, to be honest, it's probably going to take a while to get it down to 17 once we need to start harvesting the corn. I know we have got that low loader, but the only trouble with that is it's not wide enough as such for the combine. The combine's an absolute pain in the butt to get on. It falls off, etc, etc, etc. So yeah, that's one thing I hope in 17, that they do bring a wider low loader out. That the kit actually does fit on. That'd be a massive help. That's hopefully that's one thing they've taken into consideration. So I think I will carry on with this field. We will leave it there for this episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed it, do leave a like, do leave a comment, and if you haven't subscribed already, please do so. And like I say, once again, thank you very much indeed for watching the videos, and I'll see you again soon, guys. See you later.